Hi, it's Claire from Inspiratrix Yoga. Time for some balancing. Start off in mountain pose with your feet hip distance apart, feet parallel, toes lifted and spread, fingers spreading, grounding down through your points of contact with the earth. One of the things about balancing is it's both about the downward force and the upward force. So here I want you to feel down into your connection to the earth, like your weight is going down through gravity. But then part of what you're doing as a human in your structure is lifting up away from gravity. There's also lifting up that's happening here. Let's start feeling this in a standing balancing lunge. Face one of the short ends of your mat if you're using a mat, and if you're not, just practice somewhere that's not slippy. Step your left foot forward and your right foot back, and then bend your back knee a little. Now, I want you to feel for like collapsing with your upper body. So you collapse forwards a little bit. So like everything goes a bit collapsy. And then next time you breathe in, I want you to lift up away from gravity. So you're lifting your rib cage up, letting your shoulders drop back and down, letting your head come into a position that's balanced over your shoulders. So there's a sense of grounding down through the feet, but then lifting up through your core, lifting up through your torso in a way that's supported by your legs. And then lift your arms forwards as well. Let your arms come down. Step your right leg forwards and then step your left leg back. Setting up the same distance as before to do standing balancing lunge. You're balancing on the back toes in this one. Back knee is bent a little. And again, just play with collapsing. And then pressing your feet down into the floor to find a way of lifting up away from gravity. Lifting up so your torso is aligned vertically, your head is balanced over your shoulders. And then maybe take your arms forwards. Release your arms down, step forwards. Next pose we'll do is pyramid. Step 1 foot forward and 1 foot back. Let's do this left foot forward, right foot back. Not quite as far apart as for standing balancing lunge because your back heel is on the floor. Yeah, so back foot is down. Great. Inhale, lengthen up away from the ground with your ribs, with the crown of your head. Exhale, fold forwards from your hips. Take your hands onto your thigh. Now, if your lower back is sore or you have sciatica or forward bends are not good for you, keep your hands on your thigh. Otherwise, if it feels okay to do so, take your hands down onto your shin or maybe onto the floor, but keeping both legs straight. Ground down through the right foot, through the back foot, and through the inner edges of each foot. Inhale, walk your hands up your leg. Exhale, switch your legs over. Right foot forward, left foot back for pyramid. Start with the hands on the hips. Inhale, press down through your feet. Lengthen your torso up. Exhale, hinge from your hips. Bring your hands onto your thigh if you have lower back pain or sciatica. Otherwise, take your hands lower down onto the shin or onto the floor. Pressing down through your inner feet. Lifting and spreading the toes if you can. Inhale and walk your hands back up your leg. Exhale, step your feet back together. Now we'll do Warrior 3. With Warrior 3, there are a couple of different ways you can do this. So let's all go through this together. And feel free to stay at sort of level 1 or level 2 if that feels good for you right now, and if you feel like you're working to improve your balance at that point. We'll start by standing on the left leg, taking the right leg back and balancing on the right toes. Hands are on your hips. So this is level 1. This is where you're just starting to get your balance here. Maybe the toes on the floor, maybe the toes just off the floor. Now I want you to do this thing of like lifting up. There's like this lifting up with the chest, lifting forward with the chest. So that's level 1. Level 2, you start to come to a deeper angle, still lifting your chest up. Level 3, you go all the way to a horizontal. Foot's the same height as your hip, flexing your foot, and perhaps reaching your arms out to the side like an aeroplane. Working with any of those levels. Inhale and stand all the way back up. Come into mountain pose for a moment, noticing the difference between each leg. Let's go to the other side. Pour all of your weight into your right leg and start by taking your left foot back so you're balancing on your left toes. Option 1. Option 1 is to stay here. Just playing with this balance right here. Option 2, coming to a slightly deeper angle, but keep lifting your chest upwards and forwards. You're not back bending, but staying straight with your torso. You have to lift up against gravity. Option 3, take your torso and your back leg more to a horizontal. Flex your back foot and perhaps reach your arms out like an aeroplane. Inhale and stand up. Come back to mountain pose. Thank you so much for joining me today for this balance video. I'd love to know how you find it, so drop a comment in the comments section below. I'd also love to practice with you again another time. I have lots of other videos out there. I'll put a link to a full-length class up there, or you can join my YouTube up here. Or you can come join me on the mat for like a live Zoom class or a live virtual yoga retreat or one of the other awesome things I do. Have a great day.